and welcome back to Personal Space. Guys, I have been so inconsistent with this podcast, and I have to be honest with you guys. I'm so in my head. It's been such a strange month, guys. I have to be honest. Ooh, I lost myself, and now I'm in a mental crisis, and I'm gonna share why. I don't know what's going on with me. Like, I don't feel like myself anymore. I've gone through maybe every emotion in the entire world this past month, from like grieving to like getting married to being happy to being sad. I've experienced both sides of the emotional spectrum, and now I'm just like emotionally burnt out, physically burnt out, like my side for my brain. And I hope maybe if you guys have some advice for me, I don't know, like what's going on with me. I'm going back into therapy. Ew, yes, I'm mentally unstable. And this is coming from TMI. It's the flow, the monthly cycle, if you know what I mean. Has been the worst PMS of my entire life. Like, I don't think it's just me. A lot of girls this month have not been feeling good. Like, this is the angry side. The PMS is too intense. So I was like, let me book a session with my therapist. Like, I need to update her on a few things. So I'll update you guys on the next podcast on what she says about my mental health. When I'm in my PMS stage, guys, I kind of lose sight of what reality is. I'm sure like every girl feels this way, but like I'm super foggy. Like kids, I don't know what's going on. And the other day, I was with my friends, okay? And we're just like having fun, whatever, laughs. I ordered something on Deliveroo. Well, I completely forgot about it. Like, and then قعدت ويا ربعي مشى whatever. I'm getting ready for bed. I called Chindi. We're having a nice talk, and then we close the phone. I'm like about to get into bed, and then I hear and my heart sunk. فرحت عند الباب, and I was like, I would look through the peephole. It's dark because like for some reason outside my door the light ما قاعد يشتغل, like I couldn't see anything outside the peephole. I just see a shadow chili. So I was like, oh my god. And I step away and I'm like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And I call Chindi and I'm like, Chindi, there's someone at the door. I don't know what to do. Our friend Dawood lives downstairs, so Chindi's like, I'm gonna call Dawood, I'm gonna figure it out, okay? And I'm literally like freaking out, brohi. I go by the door and I'm like, who are you? What do you want? And he's like, Sonia. And I'm like, how do you know my name? Who are you? And he's like, Deliveroo. And I open the door and he's looking at me and he's like, I've been here for 10 minutes. Why aren't you opening the door? And I'm like, it's 2 a.m. Why aren't you calling my phone? Like, I felt so bad. Haram Dawood came running upstairs. He's like, and I'm like, it's okay. It's just Deliveroo. It's fine. And he's like, Jinji, freak me out. Like, is everything okay? I'm like, it's okay. Thank you, Dawood. Bye. Haram miskeen. Like, I completely freaked everyone out. And it's probably my PMS brain. But also probably because I need to tell you about this building that I'm living in. It's not a normal building. It's like a lot of weird things happen in this compound. صارت لي مرة where I was like about to sleep and I heard someone knock at the door, and I like peep, and it's just like this guy like looking through the peephole, and I'm like terrified. And he's like, open the door. And I'm like, who are you? And he's like, just open the door, mom. It's okay. Open the door. And I call everyone, and I like ما أعرف ليش ما كلم الشرطة at this point because I'm completely freaked out. This was like 5 years ago. I've moved around this compound 5 times. Okay, this is my 5th apartment in this compound. I don't know why. My brain just can't move out of this place, and hopefully the next one is gonna be a nice house. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade. Don't worry. But For some reason, I'm still here. But that situation was so scary. And I kept looking at the people and I'm like, leave me alone. Like, I'm so dramatic. And he's like, open the door. He looked really drunk, okay? And he looked like he was on something. And the security's not answering. The security guys in this building, I just have to say, are the dumbest people in the entire world. You just have one job. Keep people safe. Keep the door locked, maybe at night. I don't know. Make sure like there's no suspicious behavior. They don't care. They don't care about you. They're literally like, okay, what do you want? And I'm like, maybe safety. Maybe keep me safe. But anyway, I kept staring at this guy from outside the peephole and شفته يمشي. I was like, okay, I'm gonna run downstairs to security and I'm gonna scream. فرحت حق security. I was like, there's a guy that's like harassing me outside my door and he looks like he's not from this building because he keeps saying he wants to come in. And then I see two other girls come down and they're like, there's a man here and he's scary and whatever. And I'm like, me too. And she's like, me too. And she's like, my husband's not home and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, I'm alone, babe. Like, I'm freaking out too. And we're bonding in it. And the security's like, okay, did he leave? I'm like, I don't know. Check the cameras. And he's like, no one is here. And we're all looking at him. He's gaslighting us. He's like, no one's here. I'm like, what do you mean no one's here? Like, there's definitely a man here. And he knocked on all of our doors. There's 3 women in front of you telling you he's here. And he's like, I didn't see anyone walk in. And then all of a sudden the elevator opens and the man comes. And we're all like, ah! And he's like wobbly and he can't walk. And we're like, this is him. And he's like, this is him. And we're like, yes, this is him. Like, go to him, talk to him, like figure out what to do. And he goes to him, he's like, hey man, do you have a car coming for you? And the guy's like, no, I just want to go upstairs. And they're having a good time talking. And security's just trying to get to know him, to be honest. And I was like, what? And I ran upstairs, double locked my door, and couldn't sleep, obviously. You would think that would make me move from this building, but I stayed. And when I stayed, I saw way too many things, guys. One morning, okay, I wake up to a fire alarm. And it's like, we wake up. One of our friends send a picture of an old man with crazy hair, and I'm not gonna put a picture of him because haram miskeen. An old man with crazy hair, looking cracked out, guys. Yani fully gone. And he's like, and he's like super thin. Like, if you think of the most crackhead picture, this is him, okay? And he's like running around shirtless, by the way, throwing things off the balcony, like super manic. Ooh, I was so scared. The security guard was trying to run after him, like to put him down. He bit off the security guard's shoe. Like, this man was haram, so insane. Police came, they all were running after him, guys. They're running around. The way the building works is that it's like there's a square in the middle, فنقدر نشوف إنهم بس قاعد يركضون, and I could see them from the top floor. And I don't know what he was smoking, but he was not okay. And then they put him in this like restrainer. They called the ambulance. Like, they did everything possible to calm down this man. Ooh, since then, I've seen him around walking here and there, and he seemed sane. Like, he seemed calm. And you'd think that I'd move after that, but I didn't. I stayed in the same compound, stayed with the same crazy people, and now I need to move because I'm losing my mind. Because now, when it's calm, I think that something crazy is happening. Like, that Deliveroo guy does not deserve it. To be honest, I feel like wherever I go, I'm going to attract these people. And wherever I go, I find hinnas. Which brings me to Manchester. I have a lot of Manchester stories that I shared before, but I think this is like top crazy one, guys. Like, I had 2 encounters with like crazy men. One day in Manchester, I had a really early exam. فرحت الجامعة. I had it at around like 7 a.m. ولين كملنا it was like 8 a.m. I'm walking back. The campus was pretty empty and it was like summer. I decided to take a shortcut. shortcut فيها like weird alleys and like creepy people. But I was like, it's the morning, nothing's gonna happen to me. وبرجع شقتي. I'm walking back, okay, and I could feel someone following me. And I'm like, okay, and it's like this weird guy with like creepy zoomed in glasses. Like he looked really scary. I started texting people to see if anyone's awake. لاحظت my sister is awake in London. فكلمتها سيدة and I was like, Lena, just stay with me on the phone. I'm really freaking out. There's a guy following me. And every time I cross the road أروح هني أشوف هو قاعد يلاحقني. Every time أروح هني قاعد يلاحقني. And I'm like talking to my sister and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, Lena, it's really scary. And now we're getting close to a really weird spot, okay? Past this weird spot, if I run بكون على الهايواي فالناس يقدرون يشوفوني. She's like, لحين قاعد يلاحقك? I was like, let me check. I turn around. His head was here. His body was behind me. He was like, I really like you. When I tell you, I ran. I was wearing Uggs. For that run looked funny. Like, I ran for my life. And I was just screaming. I was like, ah! Lena, there's a creepy guy behind me. Oh my God. And I ran to my apartment. And that was so scary. I never took that shortcut ever again. I never saw that man ever again. Oh, I wish it was an area where there were cameras or anything to just call the police and be like, stop this man, he's really creepy. But I had nothing. I didn't even remember how he looked like. I was just freaking out and I never went back to that area ever again because it was really, really scary. Well, Manchester is known for the amount of homeless people around the campus, but they're usually really, really nice. And I don't think he was homeless, but I have another homeless person story. شقة ربعي, they're all living in the same building, is right here. My building is right here. To get to my building, which is behind them, I have to do a walk past the car park, okay? It's just a 5-minute walk. I used to do it every single day. Like, أطلع من شقتهم at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Like, we did not care and I didn't mind. Like, it was a nice area, to be honest. Like, it wasn't scary to walk at night. يوم من الأيام, it was super foggy. Like, ما أقدر أشوف شيء قدامي. And I'm walking down this path and it was really cold. And I'm walking, and I just hear a voice. I got that guy. It was really scary. I just hear a voice, and it's a guy saying, little girl shouldn't be walking alone this late at night. Again, I just ran. I'm just starting to run. And then I hear, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. And I was like, Miskeen. Like, when I told my friends the next day, they were like, شنو يعني مسكين انت غبية? And I was like, Miskeen. He felt bad. He did a mistake, guys. But anyway, I just kept on running and وصلت شقتي and nothing happened to me. Thank God nothing has happened to me this entire time, because I look back at things and I'm like, that was really stupid. Like, why did I do these things? Like, I get why my friends always get pissed at me. I get why I'm probably the dumbest person to them, because I do dumb shit all the time. And again, I'm really sorry, guys. And now, hopefully I move out of this place soon, and I'm looking for a few good spots. And if you guys have any recommendations, please tell me, because I'm looking for a really cute place in Dubai to get in my wifey era, you know? Speaking of being a wife, I am so wifey. Like, I'm trying to be as cute as possible. Everyone's saying I'm having a glow up. I don't know why everyone's saying I have a glow up, but they're saying it, and I guess it's true. And I guess I lost a bit of weight, like, and I'm glowing. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But if you feel the same, like, comment it down below, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I'm reading my notes of what I want to talk about in the podcast. Halloween costumes. What are you guys gonna be for Halloween? I'm thinking of being Ice Spice and Chindi being Central C. I love dressing up. I love to have a really silly, funny costume. But just to show you, here are just some pictures of my old costumes. My favorite is this one. You know, sometimes an idea can be good here, but then when you actually do it, it looks so bad. And every one of my friends said, wow, it looks so good. Guys, the illusion was not illusioning. Like, there was no illusion there. It's just, it was so bad. But actually, my actual favorite is this one. I really put in a lot of work in this one. Like, actually, kharat wide nas when we went out that night. I can't wait for this year. If Ice Spice works out, I feel like I'm going to make some funny content from that one. On another note, I have a podcast episode filmed with my mom. I don't know if I'm going to put it out or not, but in the meantime, you guys have this episode. I know you guys are complaining that these episodes are short, and I want to add in a new segment. I want you guys to share your hyperfixations here. I'm going to go through them and share one every episode. So please send me your hyperfixations. Even if you don't want to send it on the email, comment it down below and I'll share it in the next episode. For this week's hyperfixation, and this is going to sound so stupid, but I'm on coloring book TikTok. And it's the only thing that can scratch a part of my brain that needs scratching. Like, I love coloring book TikTok, and I just ordered a bunch of coloring books and a bunch of really good markers, and I think I'm gonna be a coloring book TikToker. لأن these are just so cute, and I know I can color mine even better. Like, I just love coloring book TikTok. It's my hyperfixation, and I can't stop thinking about it. I can't wait for the books to come. I can't wait to color. And if you guys are on it, let's make a group and all have the same coloring book and we share each page that we colored. I'm too obsessed. And my yapping battery is dead. But I promise you, I'm going to be more consistent in this podcast. And I'm trying to figure out how to put it on Apple Music and Spotify. And after this episode, you will be getting more of Sonia's personal space. Thank you, guys.